What would you say is the worst town on the lake? Most dangerous?
Pahokee, Belle Glade.
Pahokee and Belle Glade. Which one would you say is worse than the other? Or similar?
Belle Glade, probably.
Are they actually dangerous or just poor or what?
Well, it's a poor community.
Right.
It's all lower class people. There's rapes and murders
like
and
that.
stuff like that, and a lot of drugs.
So I see you're...
The worst town in Florida? Doesn't...
Anywhere you go, they gonna say bad things.
So I really don't want to be in Belle Glade after dark. I don't know about that. Not dodging any bullets yet. Welcome back, my friends, to the Mad Traveler channel. Thank you guys so much for choosing to join me on another adventure. Man, I really appreciate all of you people. I really do, because I know there's a million other things you could be doing. There's a million other channels you could be watching, and thank you so much for coming on another adventure with me, folks. Today, I think we are heading on one of the weirder road trips in the history of this state of Florida. Has anybody ever taken a road trip quite like the one that I'm about to undertake here on this beautiful December morning? It is a Monday morning. And the temperature is maybe 60 degrees. It is just lovely at this time of year. And I'm headed on the strangest holiday adventure maybe of all times. And then we're heading out to Lake Okeechobee. Lake Okeechobee. Why the hell are we heading to Lake Okeechobee? You almost never hear anything positive about it. And I guess that's what makes me curious about this area. Towns like Belle Glade and Clewiston, they often show up on all the kind of lists you don't want to show up on. Poorest places, most crime-ridden, worst towns in Florida. I've heard that about Belle Glade especially, and that makes me very curious about it. Why do I want to go to the so-called worst towns of Florida? I don't know, folks. I cannot explain my brain to you, but I guess all I could say is that I have what I think is called hyper-curiosity. I am curious about everything. I want to know, what is life like in the worst town in Florida? What is life like in the poorest town in Florida? What is life like in the most crime-ridden town of Florida? I'm just too curious. I want to find out about these places. So this is going to be a wild and weird adventure, folks, and I appreciate you joining me. So come along for the ride and stick around to the very end, because there's always surprises in these videos, folks, and you never know what's going to happen to me. So join me on this journey, folks, and I appreciate you so much. Let's go. Here we go. Okay, I've made it to Okeechobee, and I am absolutely starving. So I pull over here, I see a place called La Esperanza Tacos, taco truck, and it smells absolutely awful here. I assume that it is not the taco truck and it's just the town or something else, but there's a nasty stench here, and I hope I can still enjoy the tacos, but let's see how this place is. Store tacos, this looks pretty good. Pork tamale, gigantic mango fresca here, and these tacos are really good, delicious. Folks, Okeechobee, man. Man, this place seems desperate. Now, it's a gloomy day. It started off as a beautiful day, now it's turning gloomy, which maybe that's influencing things, and it stinks. There's a bad smell here. I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. I'll have to find out. I don't think it's my imagination, but I think it smells really bad here. And man, it's just, there's a lot of just broken down businesses and houses and stuff. And, you know, there are some businesses here. It doesn't look, maybe I'm being too down on it. It's not horrible. I'll show you sort of the main drag here, which seems to be the area around like Park Street and Parrott Avenue. Here we are. It says here, Okeechobee Main Street, old values, new visions coming together. Huh. Okay.
Wow, it's very nice.
Gosh, I don't know. I'm just not getting a good vibe for this town at all. And I will say, though, the tacos I just had were delicious. So it's got that going for it. At least there's a truck with good tacos. There's a pawn shop. I guess we'll take a look around. Come on, folks. Here in Okeechobee, passing through town. I'm here on the main street. Met a nice gentleman named Kenny, who is a fisherman and also a golfer. Would you do golfing and fishing? Is that what you like to do?
Golfing, fishing, hunting.
And so he's born here in this town in 1949, yep. And he tells me this is actually a thriving town, that it's actually doing quite well, and it's growing in population. And what else you got to say about this place, Kenny?
Well, it's a friendly
microphone
town.
Up
it's
there.
a friendly town, and it's, you know, it's laid back. It's slow moving, but the population here is growing, and the traffic, as you can see around here, it's terrible.
Why is it growing? Why is this town? Why are people coming here of all places?
It's coming off the coast, you know, the east side of Florida. They're moving this way, and the growth is this way, and there's a lot of ranches around here that's that has sold out, and you know, and the younger generation don't want to work like their granddad and their dad and all that stuff, you know. So they just don't want to work anymore. So
Really?
they sell the land off to developers and stuff like that. So, but Okeechobee is a little historical town.
Really?
Yeah.
So when you say historical town, you mean the main street here? Or?
Yeah, this is Park Street
Uh-huh.
this way, and this is South Park Street. On that side of the park is the North Park Street.
Right.
And it's just an easy town to get to like, to fall in love with.
I've heard some people who have said negative things about Okeechobee. So you think those people are FOS? Is that BS?
Probably, they probably come from up north and they don't like the way we live down this way.
What do you mean?
Well, we're southern people down here, and we got a good hospitality. But the northern New Yorkers and stuff like that, they tend to have a bad attitude.
Oh, really?
And they come
Do you
down.
have that problem here? Do you have New Yorkers coming here?
Oh, we got not so much to stay. They visit. And they come down to fish.
Do they?
Yeah. Kentucky, Indiana, Virginia, Tennessee. They all come down here to fish, and then when they fish for all the years down here, then they come down and stay.
Okay.
They just stay here for the winter.
Is that good or bad?
Oh, that's good.
But it creates more traffic.
Well, it
and
creates more
hassles,
traffic, but you can't stop. What I want to say is you can't stop production.
Right.
You know, it's just.
But for
gonna go.
folks who are, because this is a travel channel, for folks who are coming to Lake Okeechobee, though, do you think this is the best town on the lake or no?
Oh yeah.
Yes?
By far.
By far?
By far.
Now, what about, you said so Pahokee, not so good?
Not so good. Not so good.
What about Pahokee is not so good? Which one?
Clewiston is a good
Not too
place
bad?
too. It's not too bad. It's they got Roland Martin's Marinas over there.
Okay.
Now he's on the fishing channel.
What would you say is the worst town on the lake? Most dangerous?
Pahokee, Belle Glade.
Pahokee and Belle Glade. Which one would you say is worse than the other? Or similar?
Belle Glade probably.
Are they actually dangerous or just poor or what?
Well, it's a poor community.
Right.
It's all lower class people.
Low
It's all-
class.
or
There are probably a lot of drugs and crime and stuff like that over
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
So you try to
Lot-
steer clear from that area? Or?
Yeah, I don't. No, I just go around it.
So what would you recommend to people when they're driving through there? Keep the doors locked on their vehicle? Or?
Yes, 100%. Even here in Okeechobee,
Yeah.
used to you could leave your front doors of your house open.
Not anymore though?
No.
Lock up now?
And your well, it's not only that. It's got these young kids running around here just checking car doors.
Right.
And they're not locked. They go in there and see what they can get.
Right.
And if you know, we used to leave our cars unlocked here years
Not
ago,
anymore,
but not
sure.
anymore. Not
No,
anymore.
that's crazy.
No.
But you think this town's headed in a positive trajectory?
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
further south, not so good, huh?
No.
Well, now, when you were a boy, could you go down there to those other towns on the lake? Were they safer back then, or they
No.
were never any good?
Never any
They were
good.
never any good?
No.
But have they
No.
gotten even worse, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They deteriorated?
Well, because there's no jobs down there. It's just all
Right.
farmland, and the people don't get out of there. They just have to live with what they have there, and
Yeah.
then there's rapes and murders
like
and
that.
stuff like that, and a lot of drugs.
Nice. Well, thank you for your service, sir. It's a pleasure to meet you, Kenny.
Yes, sir.
Great
So
to
that was
meet-
interesting. Kenny thinks the town is on an upward trajectory. So I guess I don't know what the hell I'm talking about because I'm looking around and it seems kind of depressing to me, to be quite honest with you. But he's lived here since 1949. So what the hell? I guess he would know better than me, wouldn't he? But to each his own. I don't think I will be relocating to Okeechobee anytime soon. Although I have to admit, this main street here, all of the shops that I have seen so far are occupied by one thing or another. I haven't been tempted to go inside any of these shops to look at anything. This is like an appliance store. That's kind of interesting. So there's an appliance store here, and that's cool. So I guess not everybody is buying their appliances on Amazon.com and Best Buy. They're coming here to this place. That's kind of neat and old-fashioned. I like that. What else we got? Tasty Made Diner, Big Tasty's Diner, Satellite Dishes, Bath and Body Works. Yeah. I gotta be honest, it's not too bad. Not too shabby. As far as main streets go, not too bad at all.
Pretty good.
And I love this sign. It says, "Baby Daddy sitting in jail, sell his gold to make his bail." Very cool. I think it is time to push on to Pahokee, folks. About 20 minutes north of Pahokee, sex offender city. And here's Lake Okeechobee. As you can see, it is a very cloudy day. And we're almost entering Pahokee here, folks, as you can see. And really interesting to come to a place that you've heard nothing but negative things about, right? Because usually you come to a place because you've heard something positive about it, generally, right? If you're a normal person. But not me, of course. I hear some really negative things and I think, really? Could it really be that bad? Wondering as we enter Pahokee, is this really one of the worst towns in Florida, or are people in Reddit and elsewhere who have said so just exaggerating, leaving aside the sex offender city just outside of town? What does Pahokee have to offer? We're going to hope to find out here. The main drag of Pahokee right here. Doesn't look super promising, folks. I got to admit, but it doesn't look terrible. I've seen worse. I've seen worse towns. Is this the worst town in Florida? I don't think so, at least not so far. I suspect sometimes, especially online, when people say something is the worst, it's the worst town in Florida, most dangerous, most awful, whatever. Probably never been here. I'm not saying it's good. Don't get me wrong. I will not be relocating to Pahokee anytime soon. There is not a hell of a lot going on here, I'll tell you that much. At least they got a little Christmas display, that's nice. So here you've got a catfish restaurant, Catfish and More. Then more boarded up buildings. This is it, folks, Pahokee. Not great, is it? So they're not branding this a sex offender city. They're saying, thank you for visiting Pahokee, city of champions. Welcome to city of Pahokee, home of Ricky Jackson, Hall of Famer 2010 from the New Orleans Saints. Okay. So yeah, that's a pretty smart way to brand your city, the city of champions, not the city of sex offenders. I like it. I like it. Marvin was born in, he's been living here for how long?
56 years.
So tell me what you were just telling me about the sex offenders. What happens when they get on the bus?
Oh, they got to go to the store and come right back.
And they got to come right back?
Yeah.
So people in the town don't like having them there, I assume, right?
No.
Have you ever been over there?
No.
Opinion about those people? Is it scary having them nearby? Would you rather their community be moved somewhere else, or how do you feel about it?
They good down there. They good down there.
What do you mean they're good?
As long as they stay down there, they'll be all right.
So as long as they're...
See, if they come to town, they'll get in trouble.
What kind of trouble?
If somebody find out they're a sex offender, they'll do something to them.
Really?
Yeah.
So the townspeople of Pahokee don't want them around?
No.
We have arrived now in Belle Glade. And I think Belle means beautiful, I believe. Is it in Italian? I don't remember. Jesus, and I'm Italian too. But this place is really reputed to be, you see this all the time, as Belle Glade popping up in the lists of worst Florida towns, most dangerous Florida towns, most impoverished Florida towns, and so on and so forth. So I'm actually really curious just to look around this place a little bit. It's almost time to get dark. It's almost dark. I mean, at this time of year, it gets dark so early. It's dark at like 5:30, so I've only got a couple hours to look around. But I'm curious to see, is it really that bad here in Belle Glade or not? We will find out, folks. Main Street, folks. Main Street in Belle Glade. It's not terrible. I can't say it's particularly appealing either. It's the worst town in Florida? Doesn't seem like it. Not yet, at least. So we're just driving around now in downtown Belle Glade. It's a supermarket, huh? It's a little small to be a supermarket, doesn't it? Okay. So Main Street didn't look too bad, but then you get off of Main Street and it looks a little more depressing. These are all boarded up. Most of these buildings here. There's a thrift store. It seems to be in business. Let's get out of the car, see if we can meet some people. Belle Glade, man. This is, it's a little weird. I can't figure out what's going on here. It's depressing, but I don't know, not horrible to me in this town, which is not a good sign. I can't really say Belle Glade seems very friendly so far. First few people I approached were like, no. They just looked at me and just waved me away. Get the fuck. Huh. What do we got here? Casual corner, fashions for men. Look at that, nice suits. Hey guys, what's going on? That I went into were both owned by Haitians who didn't speak much English. I guess they have just arrived here recently. It says across the street, multilingual psychotherapy centers. And this woman said there's many people in this town from Haiti. All right. Had an interesting conversation just now with the gentleman working in one of these clothing shops, the owner of one of these clothing shops. He said that things are not so good here in Belle Glade. He said that the economy is terrible. He said that business is really down in his shop. And I said, why is that? And he said, people are pinching pennies. But he said, you know, I sell a lot of stuff that appeals to Latino market. And he said, Latinos and the other immigrants, they're afraid to come out because they're rounding people up. I said, what do you mean rounding people up? And he said, the immigration raids, man. He's like, ICE has come out here. I said, hey, good old, sir.
Happy holidays.
Happy Merry Christmas, sir.
Hey.
Are you from Belle Glade?
Yes, sir.
Is this a great place to live?
It's excellent.
Really? How so?
Place.
Tell me.
I'm going to tell you like this. Belle Glade, I'm from Michigan.
Okay.
I come here and get stuck. I mean, the people, the weather, the climate, it's a lot of work here.
Is it safe?
Yeah, it's safe. It's safe.
Because you look online, some people say bad things about Belle Glade.
Well, anywhere you go, they're going to say bad things.
So you think it's unfair?
Yeah, pretty much, because Belle Glade is a great place to stay.
Is it?
Yes.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being paradise, what would you give it?
I would give it maybe 6.
A 6 out of 10?
Yeah, 6.
That's not bad.
You know, and because my hometown is called Ben Harbor, Michigan.
Oh, I'm familiar with it, yeah.
Yeah, now, I come down here because the weather was most suitable to my
Yes.
injuries. But Ben Harbor is my place. If you
Benton
like
Harbor.
Cold, yeah.
All right.
You like cold weather, you like.
So you think Belle Glade's gotten a bad rap and it's unfair?
Yes.
And I like it.
And
Nice talking to you, brother.
Yeah, you too, brother.
Merry Christmas.
And one other thing, brother.
Yeah.
I need to ask you this. I live here in Belle Glade. I'm
Yeah.
not broke down. I ain't out of gas. I ain't trying to harass and scam you.
Right.
I'm unemployed.
You're out of work? I thought you said there were a lot of jobs.
It is. But see,
Okay.
like I say, when
Right.
I told y'all the weather was most suitable to my injuries.
Right.
Believe it or not, at the beginning of 22, I broke my neck.
You broke your neck.
This happened in November of 22.
I see, okay.
And
What happened to your finger?
Playing with my puppy, doing like this.
What happened with the finger?
I was saying, I'm playing with my puppy.
Right.
She nicked it like right here.
What kind of puppy?
Pit bull.
A pit bull, okay.
Yeah, but she didn't bite it off or nothing.
Okay.
She nicked it right here.
Right,
Something in the air, got into it, infected,
right.
gangrene.
No way.
Honest.
Okay.
And right now, I'm fighting the government for my disability.
Okay.
I mean, I might look like I'm healthy, but I got issues.
Okay.
And until it come in, I got to do what I can to maintain.
All right, brother.
You know, and when you ain't working and you don't steal, it's only 2 ways to get something. That's to work for it or ask for it. And right now, I got pretty close to nothing. I
Right.
ain't gonna lie to you, I'm broke because I'm not. But I live in a rooming house, if you know what that is.
What kind of rooming house?
I pay for a room daily.
Okay, how much does that cost?
$20 a night.
20 bucks a night.
Yeah.
What do you get for 20 bucks a night in Belle Glade? Like, what do you get for that price?
Well, I mean, with that price, $20 a night, you probably just get you can get a decent
It's decent?
meal.
Is it clean? Oh, and they give you food too?
Oh, okay. Well, you talking about where I live at?
Yeah, they give for
No,
20 a night.
No, okay. I thought you were talking about what you can get from.
Right.
But what I get for $20 a night, I get room.
Okay.
I got to get out and hustle for my food, but I get assistance. You know,
I see.
from the churches and
Different
other,
people.
Other kind-hearted people.
All right.
You know, and right now I'm kind of like living off the kindness of
The kindness of strangers and stuff.
strength, total strength.
I don't have a lot of cash on me, brother, but I could hit you with a little small donation. Would that work okay?
That'll work consistent.
Tony? All right, bro.
Yeah, and
Merry
may
Christmas, Tony.
May your worst day next year be better than your best day this year.
Thank you, brother. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
See you right here. Let's go, baby. Just talked to a cop, and once again, he said he could not speak to me on camera. I just talked to a cop and a city worker. They're both in uniform. Neither of them could speak to me on camera. But this guy's been a cop here for 24 years. And he said, I said, are things dangerous? He said, things get a little crazy here on weekends. And he said, straight up this way, beyond this intersection, he said, there's a little drug area up there, and I wouldn't go up there. So I think we will go there just to drive by. But he said, it ain't that bad. And I said, really? Because you hear people say this is like one of the worst towns in Florida. He said, it ain't that bad. And I said, did it used to be? And he said, yeah. He said, probably like 10 years ago or so, it was real bad. But he said, things have gotten better. And I said, you've been doing this job for 24 years. How often do you get shot at? He said, never. So this guy's been a cop here in this town for 24 years and he's never been shot at. So guess what? It can't be that bad, right? I guess, right? I don't know. Maybe that's a low standard. But I said, do you like living here? He said, yeah. He said, it ain't bad. I like it. And you heard that other gentleman say it's a 6 out of 10. So I don't know. I don't think this is the worst town in Florida, is it? We'll look through this neighborhood that the cop said was the worst one in Belle Glade. I know you guys are curious, as am I. What does a bad neighborhood in Belle Glade look like? I don't know. Here's a bar, and there's people hanging out here. All right. Here's some apartment blocks, I guess. About to get dark here, too. About 5:30. Here's like a broken down apartment complex. Go ahead. Do I really want to be in Belle Glade after dark? I don't know about that. So we're just cruising Avenue A here, and right near downtown Belle Glade. I don't hear any gunfire. Not dodging any bullets yet. I can't say it's a beautiful neighborhood. Yikes. The hell's going on here? Boarded up motel or something? Is it too early for the troublemakers to be out? I don't know. They say the freaks come out at night, right? And I don't know, man. Doesn't really seem that bad, does it? Not the most prosperous neighborhood I've ever seen. There's no Starbucks here. Not even a Publix. This guy's sweeping up. Look at that. Somebody's sweeping up the streets here. Look at that. This person is literally sweeping up the sidewalk. How do you like that? You don't find that in good neighborhoods. You don't see rich people out sweeping up the sidewalks, do you? I think so. I honestly don't think Belle Glade is bad, folks. Is this seriously the worst neighborhood of Belle Glade? Can't be. Cops said it's a drug area. Could be a drug area. Doesn't seem that bad. People hanging out. It's not a crime. This apartment building here doesn't look too good. I don't think anyone's living there anymore. Let's see what we got down here. This is Avenue C. I mean, maybe Avenue A is the nicest one. It's an A. Then you get to B, C, D. What about Avenue like F? Is that the worst one? Failure? I don't know. Avenue C. Pretty damn similar to the other ones, to be honest. I don't know, all these like worst places lists and stuff like that. I think they're mostly BS. Hello. Mostly BS. But they do make you curious, don't you? Like, hey, what's the worst place in Florida? And then you want to see what that worst place is because you're curious. This is not the worst place in Florida. Come on, man. It's the worst you got, Belle Glade? Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Something worse than this. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not relocating here. Definitely a lot of poverty. This house has seen better days, hasn't it? New subscriber. But yet another person who will not come on camera in Belle Glade. What is going on in this town? I gotta say, I don't think it's the worst town in Florida, but it sure as hell ain't the friendliest. I mean, actually, she was friendly. She looked me up. She's like, which YouTuber? Mad Traveler? Oh, okay. She said, I just subscribed to you. I said, oh, cool. You want to let's come on camera. Just tell me your opinion about this. No. People are really camera shy here in Belle Glade. Some of the people who won't come on camera have been friendly, and some of them have not. She was actually pretty friendly. I guess I should point that out. So I don't know. What are we on? Avenue D? So this is Avenue C Place. Okay, you'd think this would be Avenue D, but instead it's Avenue C Place. What do we got here? We got a sofa. We got 2 sofas here. I like that. These guys with a fire. That's kind of cool. These guys have a little fire going. That's kind of neat. Nice. We had the fire going. They're sitting there drinking whiskey, and they wanted money. I said, "When do you guys come on the video?" They wanted $20. I'm like, man, I'm not paying $20 to interview you clowns.
You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious!
Maybe this is the open air drug market they're talking about. I don't know. But there's a bunch of people just hanging out over here. What's up, guys? I think they're speaking Haitian. These guys are coming off the harvesting bus here. So this bus, so these are farm workers who are coming off the bus, and they're bringing them in here to this this Mexican Latino supermarket. It's kind of interesting. Like, they just let all these guys here off this bus. These are all farm workers, and this is kind of interesting. They bring the bus out here. Look at this broken down bus they got, and look at this broken down old bus, and they drop these guys off here, and I guess they can come here and get their dinner, their tacos, their Mexican products and stuff. Mexico Lindo grocery now. And man, I'm just talking to the owner, super interesting guy. And I'm sorry, what was your name again? Yusuf. And so he's telling me, first of all, that it smells very good in here too. So I want you guys to come over here and check out their food here. But they are feeding the farm workers around here. They feed these people 3 meals a day. They come here for breakfast. You want to guess what time, people? 2 o'clock in the morning, they start to arrive for breakfast. And Yusuf and his colleagues, they feed all these guys. And you got 80, 90 guys coming in here at a time on a bus, or 60 guys. Dozens and dozens of guys coming in here. 2 o'clock in the morning, they get their breakfast. Then he provides the lunch, or he brings the lunch on a bus out to their farm for them. And then now it's 5:30 or so, 6 o'clock. Now they're coming in here to get their dinner. So these guys, they work on the farms. He said they get paid 15, 16 bucks an hour. They get 3 meals per day included, cooked by this place here. And it smells very good food too. And then they also get a bonus for how much they pick. And right now he said they're picking peppers, and they're picking like other stuff like that at this time of year. So it actually seems like a halfway decent job, right?
That's correct.
And at least they're getting good food out of the whole bargain.
Yes.
And he said all these guys have visas. They're not here. I know what you guys are going to say in the comments. They're not here illegal. Their guys are here with the guest worker visas. I think they're called H-2B visa, which is like a visa for agricultural workers, or H-2A, one of those. It's like an agricultural visa. They come here for 9 months and then they go home. They get like 2-3 months vacation. So pretty interesting. I'm going to show you guys the inside of this place too, but thank you so much, Yusuf. Nice to meet you. And so you see how busy this place is, and all kinds of good food they're serving up in here. And they also got cowboy boots. Hello, hola. So they got empanadas. They got here empanadas, tacos, all kinds of stuff. Sopas, all kinds of stuff. What's going on, guys? Good food here? Buen comida? It's good? Good? I'm just going to bring it in here. Yeah. Frijoles, arroz, carne. It's nice. Hi, guys. What is it? It's good? All right. Thanks, guys. So, folks, conclusion. This is not the worst town in Florida. No frickin' way. I do not believe that. What is the worst town in Florida? I don't know, but this ain't it. I know bad when I see it. I'm not saying this place is great. Believe me, it's got its problems. It's a little rough around the edges. It ain't great, but is it the worst? Hell no. There's got to be worse towns in Florida than this. And I'm going to visit, maybe I'll visit all of them. Maybe I'm going to visit every single damn place that is reputed to be the worst town in Florida, or among the worst towns in Florida. And I will let you know and see if we can actually find a winner. But I don't think Belle Glade's too bad at all, folks. So that's my conclusion. I think it is time to wrap up this video. I want to go get some food. That place is way too crowded. There's like 80, 90 farm workers in line there. But if you folks enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment, especially comment, man. I appreciate it. Drop me some comments in the down below, because I want to see that you guys watch this thing. Also, when I don't get comments, YouTube does not distribute the video, and I'm just sitting here just talking to myself and nobody ends up watching it. So folks, if you enjoyed this little adventure, I appreciate it if you subscribe as well too, and I will see you guys in the next adventure.